That's the cold open. Oh shit!
We can't announce the cold open.
We do it on Saturdays.
Yeah, because Eric doesn't understand the cold open.
He comes in hot all the time.
So, we got two things happening here.
Yes.
We broke the streak of black wrestlers in our thumbnails.
Yep, and then we went back to these two.
It's the longest reigning feud on Raw, and the only feud I care about.
yeah, Manny, I'm gonna. And people are gonna be like, "Hey, Marcus, why are you so tired at work?" And I'm just gonna point to these pictures right here. Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss. And no explanation whatsoever. You know, it would have been nice if she blew up that ring, though. Although they kind of did.
She had more impact than this.
Which is essentially two guys on top of each other in the middle of, like, the 4th of July just happened.
If I played for you the Titanic music of My Heart Will Go On, not only would we get a copyright strike and they would try and claim money, but that would perfectly fit that.
Yeah, not only would it perfectly fit there, Randy, it would inspire a reboot of Titanic. This time, a more woke edition of Titanic. Two dudes fall in love on a boat.
Two real dudes with attitude.
Yeah. There's the door with the barbed wire on there. Oh.
Yeah, see, we couldn't do this for 3 weeks. 3 weeks
he doesn't
running.
get the views. Black people can't get the views.
He didn't get any views this week.
Yeah. What? Come on, Bobby. Give me the views. Give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey. Oh, check out the Marcus head, man. He should. I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Ding dong. Hello. Welcome to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined, as always,
by Marcus the Grand Finale. I just feel like throwing shit.
I didn't think you were gonna show that much energy, given how tired you are.
I'm gonna bring it. Even if I'm tired, I'm gonna bring it, Manny. I am the, I don't know, exploding death match. But this time, I sparkle. I don't know. I'm nothing. I don't even know what I was going to
You sparkle, what? You gold dust.
Stardust. Oh no, it's the other way. Wrong roads. Do you think at one point, if Dusty Rhodes would have lived long enough, and Cody Rhodes and Dustin would have been happy in WWE, would they have given Dusty Rhodes a Stardust version of a gimmick of Gold Dust? And they put his fat ass in some gold paint and make him do stuff with his kids.
I don't think you could. What else would you? What would you do to Dusty?
Polka dots. He just put polka dots. I would do it. And then, you know, that would probably be, he'd probably die from just the embarrassment. Just the embarrassment of that.
Okay, you ready to kick into the show?
Yeah.
So let's kick off with the not so revolution. AEW
was televised.
So AEW Revolution. Let's quickly scroll through the results. The Bucks beat Jericho and MJF. Ray Phoenix and Pac won the Tag Team Casino Royale. Shida beat Riho Mizunami, preventing myself, Eric, Marcus, and Nia Jax from taking a trip to Florida.
Yeah, it was about to happen. I was this close. I was on my way. I was getting that midnight train to Georgia, which was going to be a layover to London somehow. I don't know how that makes sense, but it was going to work out that way.
Then we got Miro, Kip Sabian defeating Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor.
Who?
Hangman Page defeated Matt Hardy in the big money match. It wasn't a big money match. Scorpio Sky.
Manny, I didn't see the end of that match. Did they exchange money of any kind? Was there a briefcase of money that someone was able to pick up? Or...
I don't think so. I wasn't 100% paying attention. The Dark Order came out to help him. Scorpio Sky won the Faces of Revolution ladder match for the future TNT title match, or he got the golden ring from Sonic.
Yep. Or he got a nice new donut when he goes on flights. Really very comfortable looking thing. They gotta use something better. They were calling it a brass ring. They could have did something. If you don't have, just put a contract up there or something. That fucking lightsaber shouldn't have been up there. That gold ring doesn't make sense. It looks stupid.
Sting and Darby Allin, which I believe was the match of the night, defeated Brian Cage and Ricky Starks in a street fight.
Yes, a street fight that actually didn't take place in the streets, Manny. It took place in a warehouse.
I thought Darby Allin died when they threw him into the glass, but like not when he landed in the glass, but when the frame fell on his head after it.
All right, I have a question about this cinematic match, Manny. What was your favorite moment of the cinematic match?
The unnecessariness of where he dived on it doing an elbow drop through like I don't know like how many floors.
They said 2 stories, I believe, but you can only take it with a grain of salt. My favorite moment of the match is something that I thought, because it was commentary in this, and I thought that was the low point of the match because the commentary really sucked. They were treating it like they were watching live footage. It's when Hobbs show up. And he is in his orange mask. And they're like, "Who's that? Who's that?" And Taz's like, "You don't know who that is? Oh, I've been here for a surprise." It's clearly Hobbs. It's clearly. But that's not my favorite moment, Manny. My favorite moment is, oh my God, it's Hook from Excalibur. Going like, who the fuck is afraid of Hook?
No, my unnecessary dumb moment was when they said, "All you are is with that bat," so Sting threw it away. And then he's like, "Oh, that might be useful for him later."
Yeah.
So
or
dumb.
how about that time Darby Allin got carried up the stairs by Brian Cage?
Oh, that was cool. That was so cool. He held him
no
up.
reason to do that.
There was no reason, but it was
Just
a cool
throw him
spot.
down on the stairs. Who's this flex for? I'm gonna walk him up the stairs. That's a weird flex.
El Luchador is in the comments sounding like the woman that defends her man because he's defending AEW a little too hard in the chat.
Really?
Yeah.
We haven't even begun to tear them to shreds. And we have all the reason. All right, so also in the street fight, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I couldn't take the commentary and all that, but there was just some stuff where I go like, this doesn't make much sense.
No, but I enjoyed the Boneyard match last year, and I likened it similar to this. If there was no commentary on this, it was similar because when you looked at certain stuff that happened in the Boneyard match, you were just like, you know what, that shouldn't have happened. But so you look at that as a whole, and you see the street fight, and you go, okay. Realistically, all of them should have died at some point during this match. But the entertainment purposes of that match is like, if we did match review on that, I would probably give it at least minimum 3 stars because I was entertained.
I was. Like, it was really well shot altogether. There's a lot of stuff, it was really confusing at times where I was at. Like, I was like, what's going on? Is that Darby Allin dying? No, that's one of the 5 people dressed as Sting and Darby Allin who are fighting Team Taz.
Which
are dead, right? They're dead.
Which Taz is on commentary, and he says how unfair it is that there's this many Sting lookalikes in the arena. For months, they've had the numbers game on these two. Not once did he complain.
No, of course not. What a hippo in a crate. And the fact that the AEW brass banned Taz from being there because he had choked Cody 8 years ago. I don't know, whoever.
In the slowest choke I've ever seen in my life. Cody Cody got up afterwards and cut a promo.
The thing is that I know they call Darby Allin the most resilient wrestler in the company. No, it's Cody. Cody just got up after that choke, and that time Shaq powerbombed, Cody just kind of got up right away. Cody is more resilient. But this was the best match of the show. Team Taz is dead. I mean, you can't do anything with them. They lost to a 61-year-old man, and they had the numbers game again. And Excalibur going, Taz, they really wish you were there. What was he going to do? Taz is so injured that he can't show up. He can't even show up to a street fight, a cinematic match. I was like, oh, Taz might get involved. He can shoot a flamethrower or somebody.
So we get to the main. No. Let's not get to the main event. Let's get to the two big announcements. So Ethan Page joined the Face of the Revolution match as a mystery wrestler. What did you think about that?
It was alright, to me it's whatever. It's fine. I guess it's a good get. He's solid. But they've done this before with other people entering this ladder match. But I hate when you debut somebody and they just lose. Right off the bat.
Yeah, but I'm not to take the other side of that. I'm not a big fan of when people just come in and they win something. So I wasn't really for MSK winning that tournament. The Dusty Cup.
They paid their dues by showing up in the Dusty Cup, Manny. They paid their dues.
No, they didn't. Even that had more pyro than what happened at the end of the night. But let's
talk about pyro.
And then obviously we get the rehashing of Captain Charisma, Christian Cage.
No, Manny. You didn't do a proper introduction to the man.
Oh wait,
the man is. Hold on, this is the way you do it. My favorite meme though is Christian doing this, looking around, but that was all wrestling fans looking. Is that it? Is that someone else is coming out, right? But Christian came out to probably middling applause. To alright, yeah, I guess. But they overhyped it. I
feel. So looking back at it now, if you look at what Big Show said wasn't too bad. It's what Tony Khan said later in the week, where he said a huge, huge star.
Yeah. And they gonna sign the contract on TV. I ain't fucking around with this one. I ain't playing, bitch. I know he didn't say that, but he was implying he ain't playing. This is it.
But I don't believe that Christian Cage can outwork 75% of those people in that company, because they're all mid-30s.
Well, if they come out with the senior division of
he can outwork Jericho.
He outwork Jericho and he outwork Steve.
Luther.
Luther. Jesus. Maybe Matt Hardy. I think he get Matt.
He get Matt.
Yep. So he can outwork all the senior to him. The entire women's division, I know he can outwork them. That one member of the Acclaim that doesn't show up anymore, he can outwork that guy.
We'll obviously watch the run-in review show coming up later in the week, where there's a actual full. It's not a full-length review, but a mixed take review on the actual exploding barbed wire death match. But let's cover a little bit now. How was it for you?
So let's say, Manny, I had sex with a barbed wire death match, and the barbed wire death match looked at me and said, "Hey, how was it for you?" Kind of not what I was expecting. You started off with you talked a big game, but then you just sparklers all over me. It was like, I'm done. And then you killed a guy. You killed Eddie Kingston. He died for no reason.
No. Eddie Kingston died from embarrassment.
The shame. I could have stayed in NWA for this shit. Well, had a bigger budget.
Yes, well, see, I hadn't watched previous barbed wire death matches. they looked similar to this. I give them that. But like you would think with a bigger budget and the fact that this is on pay-per-view for $60, I don't care if you didn't or did or didn't pay for it. I'm expecting more. I'm not expecting you run into the ropes and then just smoke. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a full explosion, Marcus. Full explosion. I'm expecting that time in Japan, I think, when Hogan had a camera explode in his face. That's what I was expecting.
That's like 90% Hogan in the fireball attack. I felt like Keith Lee opening that contract to fight Karrion Kross and blinding him had more like bang and explosion than what was in this barbed wire attack.
When Vince McMahon exploded, that had more bang.
Well, that was a real explosion. Damn, Bill, we never knew who was the Mad Bomber of the WWE. Could have been Dennis Hopper for all we know. We don't know. We'll never know who the Mad Bomber was. But so yeah, to me the set looked cheap. Like it just looked like they didn't put as much effort as the like some of the Japanese matches. I didn't like the ropes actually having real ropes there instead of just being barbed wire there.
I get the ropes being there, but the fact that there was numerous times where they touched the ropes, nothing happened. But like I don't know if it was supposed to be a current thing when you're supposed to hit the barbed wire, then it goes off. But it was dumb.
Yeah. I thought, overall, I enjoyed some of the match. And as I was watching the match, I was like, they could have just did a regular match. And, Kenny could have just brought landmines. Just, I would have been okay. I would have been more okay with that. But the ending kind of ruins everything. Once you get to that ending, it's just like, oh, this is AEW.
Well, Marcus... as you know, I'm quite well connected in this industry.
Manny, do we need allegedly, buddy? Do we need the allegedly card?
Yeah, I think we do.
Can you please place the allegedly card? Because I know you're a connected guy, but your sources, they're kind of shady. They're kind of shady. There it is. So, Manny, disclose what you're gonna say.
So I have exclusive footage of how this match was supposed to end.
Okay, here we go.
Are you ready to see it?
I am. Or are you going to go full DX and go, yeah, and I was going to go, woo!
No, we both don't have energy for that. So here we go. Yeah, so
AEW's dead.
That's how AEW Revolution was supposed to end on Sunday.
Yep. But Manny, I feel like, if they would have just did that, there's the scene of The Simpsons where Krusty the Clown, they kill Poochie the dog. I feel like that would have been the better ending of them just cutting to a freeze frame. John Moxley and Kenny Kingston went back to their home planet. Dying on the way. That would have been a better ending. But yeah, they went full sparkles. They went sparkles. Manny, show them our pyro. Hit them with it.
What pyro?
Oh, we don't have any. I'm sorry.
I do have this.
Oh man, Excalibur's reaction of "Oh my god." It just sounds like a dog got in the house and you just want. No, he was out there running in the yard. Don't let him go to the furniture. Oh my god, he's all over the couch.
It was so bad. Anyone that defends this stuff is so bad.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say that was good about this. I don't care. Let me tell you what they did, and this is personal for me. The WWE are the Los Angeles Lakers, and AEW are the Los Angeles Clippers. And they have all this hype going into the season, and you have all this excitement that this is the year that you're going to win the championship. And then you get into the NBA bubble, and you lose to the Denver Nuggets. That is those sparkles right there. That's what I felt. And every AEW should feel that. Just take the L. You take the L for Christian. You take the L for this. And you just enjoy life. Christian's a good get, but he ain't that Hall of Famer S. He's like, yeah, I kind of like this guy. He ain't no RVD or no Kurt Angle or whatever else was being shopped around out there. And this Sparkler was just that. It was just a night of, oh no, this is happening. Oh,
where do you rank this pay-per-view in comparison to the what has been delivered so far in 2021?
It's got to be the worst pay-per-view of 2021.
So far, yeah, I would give it that.
Yeah, and it's all especially because of that ending. Like, that's gonna live forever, forever.
As Damian Priest would say, it would live in infamy.
Yes, ready. Damian Priest is somewhere going, why didn't I think of that? That would have been in history forever. Instead, I'm associating myself with Bad Bunny with an ugly braid in my hair. They weren't on this week, right?
No, they only announced that Bad Bunny was going to be at the Grammys.
Congratulations to him and Damian Priest on their new baby. Oh, but yeah, it's pretty bad. It was horrible, and when 10 years from now, that footage is going to be shown on whatever platform, whether AEW's around or not, and people are always going to associate AEW with that brand that failed to blow up a ring. They're going to revisit this match, Manny. This is going to happen again.
Well, this is the thing. It's going to be brought up on Wednesday. So this isn't going away.
Yeah.
They're already trying to blame it on Kenny as an angle, but like, we already know.
Yeah. They're going to have to do this match again, and they got to really blow up that fucking ring. And like, that should be the goal of AEW. We're going to do this again, and we're going to blow this fucking ring up to smithereens. To smithereens. I don't care if we do kill 80 different people. That shit has to blow up. And then, you know what? I'm kind of hoping it fell again.
Yeah, so am I. I'm hoping it fail again.
I wanted to do it, and it fell again. And you're like, again? Really? I ain't fucking up this time. And, you know, as all the shit, the shit WWE gets for their shit they do, whether it's, you know, horrible and horrendous, they would never let anything like this ever happen. Explosions. They don't fuck up effects.
Well, see.
I want to talk about the Owen thing.
No. So do you remember
the
musical match that happened on Raw a few months ago between Elias and Jeff Hardy, when Elias went into that speaker box or whatever, and then he got electrocuted? That was on the same level of as that explosion.
Yes. Or that time, I believe John Cena got thrown into a spotlight. Or you know what? Or that time Randy Orton discovered that the pyro in a last man standing match, I think against John Cena, was going off when they were fighting and tried to blow John Cena up. Good times. That was an exploding barbed wire death match.
Well, so,
you know what?
Luchasaurus says he's heard it compared to the Fiend's Hell in the Cell ending. I can see that, because that was probably one of the worst endings ever. But
they planned that ending.
That ending was planned and all that stuff.
That's just a bad idea.
That was a bad idea.
But failure.
But that happened. Didn't that happen in Saudi?
No. That was in America. That was the first Fiend match against Seth Rollins. The Saudi match went off without a hitch.
I feel like they didn't execute that well. But like, when you're AEW and you're charging $60 for that show, you better hit.
Yeah. I would compare this match to the Inferno match with Randy Orton and The Fiend, which I thought was very much... It's a similar match. If you think about it, they're trying to throw each other into something that burns and can potentially kill somebody.
Do you think they should have recorded this match ahead of time?
Yeah, because the Darby Allin and the Sting match looked better.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if
feel
you
like
would
they
have
could
added
have,
explosions to the Darby Allin Sting match, that match would have been crazy.
because this wasn't even shot that well.
No. No, I feel like they came up with the concept. They wanted to do it. They were fans of the shit in Japan, and they didn't know how to do this. They wanted to do it in modern times where it's safer. Like, even the barbed wire, I feel like didn't work like real barbed wire.
Well,
Like,
the thing that bothered me was when he wrapped it around his arm, and no blood. Like, didn't even cut him open. No blood.
yeah. The only blood in the match was from Moxie's blade job that he did
Yeah.
earlier on. And when you watch like Terry Funk and Onita's match and you see them actually go into real barbed wire, you're like, fuck, man, they're fucking each other up for no reason. And like one bomb, like literally ended the match. Like, it was shorter. This shouldn't have been as long. This should have been a short match. like, like when they're like, it's a 30-minute time limit. Why are we going this long? The Good Brothers get involved. Oh. You know, honestly, I'm going to say this. The Good Brothers being involved in that match was worse than the failed explosion.
There was no need for them to be out there.
No. It really, like, it was just like, oh, we're going with this ending. And I know, you can compare it to many wrestling endings in the past. You can compare it even to the recent, like, Jey Uso running out or whatnot. But this was like, they could have been in this shit. Like, we could have jumped them from the beginning and just threw them in some stuff.
No, the thing with them is, they look like saviors jumping into the back of an ambulance with the Young Bucks down. And like helping out the Young Bucks. And then they go over here with Kenny and they're villains again. So there's no real like, what the fuck are they doing kind of stuff.
Yeah. I did like the exploding bat spot though. When they
Yeah, that was
the bat and hit him. I like
that. Was nice. Okay, let's move into Monday Night Raw.
No! Oh. I think I hear my own echo. Maybe.
So Raw kicks off with Bobby saying he's a happy man because he's been through a lot that would have broken a normal man, but he isn't a normal man.
He's been through a divorce. He's been through a divorce.
He is the Almighty. To get to this point, it took him 16 years, and he punished the Miz last week because he tried to delay the inevitable. Now he's walking into WrestleMania, the Almighty WWE champion.
Good times.
That was a very good promo from Bobby Lashley, which he hasn't been able to cut in years.
Yes. It was genuine. He was like, I did it. After going through all the shit I've been through in life. Married to Crystal, divorce. Married to Lana, divorce. Teaming with Donald Trump, have to live with that for the rest of my life. And, being an Impact and, never, fighting MMA.
Winning everything and no one cared.
Yeah. Just being around, always being compared to Brock Lesnar, but never actually being the champion. He felt the promo. He came in his suit. Although MVP was the one who I felt like was walking and dressed as if he won the title. In his cage.
So, The Miz expected to get his ass handed to him by Bobby Lashley, but he didn't expect to lose the WWE title. He expected some protection from WWE, as he has done so much for the company, but he still went out there and defended his title, lost by countout. A champion's advantage. He outsmarted everyone. His contract didn't state he needed to defend his title twice in one night. He was forced to defend his title.
Yes.
Call correct. He's not wrong.
Correct. No one said anything like this. He outsmarted the company and he was punished for it. This is retaliation in the workplace. I like this Miz. I enjoyed the start of Raw with Lashley's promo and Miz promo. And you swear, to me, I swear, Raw has been built around Lashley and Miz for a year now. Like, it hasn't. But the way the show started, I feel like this was a long-term storyline.
Yeah.
But it's been going on for about 2 weeks. And it was good. And I enjoyed both people's start.
So what do you think of Bobby's new entrance?
I thought it was a bit over the top. I didn't like the lightning.
I feel like it was needed after Sunday.
I really wanted to see him blow some shit up. I mean, they did blow some shit up, though. I really felt like some of the pyro, like, I believe, was it Alexa that had the cane pyro later in the night? I felt like they were really just overdoing their pyro this night. Like, fuck it.
Well, for me, what I wanted him to do is come out through the MVP tunnel and then have an explosion.
I wanted Jeff Hardy to come out to the ring and get blown up by his entrance again.
So it is The Miz versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE title. Bobby Lashley punishes The Miz for 5 minutes before The Miz taps out.
Miz runs around. Good match. To me, good match. It was weird. It's one of those matches where it's not like a 5-star. They went back and forth moves and all that. It told the story. The Miz is not on this level. Basically.
So, Drew McIntyre is in the back. He states he should be the only challenger for Lashley's title. After putting 16 years of work being a champion, he beats The Miz. Not him. Not the guy that beat 5 former champions at Elimination Chamber. And when he won the title, he beat Brock Lesnar. Drew asks Lashley where his passion is, where his heart is. And then I heard bones.
Your bones.
In my body, man.
My body, just chilling. They're chilling, all right? Are you talking about ribs? Because I throw them in the bucket after I eat and put them in the trash after, and I don't know what happened to those bones. Okay? I don't know what happened to those bones. Although, each episode, Manny, we talk about hairlines. This was a very, I'm going to say, thinning hairline for Drew McIntyre when he seemed very upset that Bobby was happy and champion when he snatched the microphone from. And I know it wasn't Charlie Caruso, but he snatched
Was
the
it Kevin?
microphone.
Oh, no, it was the other lady.
I want to say,
the blonde hair lady.
Mackenzie?
No, Mackenzie's on NXT.
NXT. Yeah, I don't know their names anymore. Is Charlie done?
I
Is he
think
supposed to be
so.
ESPN now?
I think so, but she needs to take over from Molly because Molly sucked on First Take for years.
Yeah. Charlie deserved that job.
So he also states that he knows Lashley is big, bad, and dangerous, but so is
Black.
he.
And then he said, so is he. You're a big bad, black, dangerous man. Just like me.
But Sheamus attacks Drew, starting a backstage brawl. Sheamus says he's been living in Drew's shadow for 20 years, which I don't think is necessarily true. He's accomplished way more than Drew has in WWE.
Has he?
Yes! He's a multiple-time WWE champion.
Hold on. I'm going to say
Marcus, he's won every belt except the IC title.
But how many main events of WrestleMania does he have? That's where it really counts, Fanny. That's a real championship right there.
Yeah, but Drew...
Cena jumped through a table for Sheamus to become champion on one of those.
You got to also remember one thing, Marcus. Drew didn't do it with anyone in the audience. He made nothing.
Nobody was there. You loose. Hey. Yeah, Sheamus is like, I want the title with people there at least. Oh. But I would say Drew has a bigger career than Sheamus. Even though Sheamus has all this stuff of like being tag champion, king of the ring, multiple time heavyweight champion.
He's won the Royal Rumble as well, hasn't he?
I feel like he's never been the guy. Yeah, I think he has that. He's never been the guy. He has the 1-800 fella. That's the closest thing he had to ever try to almost be the guy. But Sheamus was never the guy. He was a transitional champion in the Alberto Del Rio era of wrestling.
Oh, that was a bad era. So Strowman demands an apology from Shane McMahon. R-Truth wants Strowman to be his monster to help him get his baby back from Bad Bunny. Which I thought was a nice, weird segment between the two.
Yes. It happened. I was like, you know what? That's good. For no reason.
Braun thinks Shane is laughing at him. He isn't looking to get fired. He's looking to get respect and demands an apology. Shane apologizes and walks away before looking like he had something to say. Later on in the night, from a safe distance, Shane keeps stalling about what he needs to get done. Shane calls Braun stupid, leading to Braun to chase him backstage and pretends to leave the arena, and Shane calls him stupid again. This is not necessary.
No. Manny, I'm going to sum this feud up in one word. It's stupid.
Crap. Trash.
It's just trash. I would again rather see a million, well, maybe five poorly done barbed wire death matches than getting Shane McMahon Braun Strowman storyline. Especially this one. Because Shane has rambled on. That rambling segment of him going Braun and the microphone not working and him walking around. I have no idea what that was. But that is my Elias and Damian Priest moment of the night.
Is that now
what
the
the
new?
fuck?
Is that the new dumbest thing of the week segment?
Yeah. Elias and Damian just going hour. I like that they got the week off for going that hour. Like, after doing the Iron match, we give you guys a week off. Because maybe they're still wrestling. Maybe somewhere they are still wrestling.
So we get Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Well, I thought, while this fits along with the story, I felt this coming too soon after their match from last week was a bit too much. But at least they didn't go overboard with the no DQ stipulation.
I enjoyed it. They I just don't think this should be on free TV for back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, that's just.
I feel like they're giving way too much away, and as a fan, it's great. But thinking business-wise, I would save this for a fast lane or something. It feels like they're in the fast lane in this feud, and we're just trying to get to wherever they're trying to get to. But I enjoyed the hell out of this match, and I thought, and I might be wrong, this was more brutal. A match like this was more physical than someone trying to do sparklers with barbed wire.
Well, so I said the dueling stairs may be the dumbest moment of the week. But then I remembered I start the week on a Sunday, so the explosion counts. Nothing is going to top that. But it gave me a nice callback to. Did you ever watch the NXT Takeover UK chair duel between Joe Coffey and Dave Mastiff when they had a duel with chairs?
Yeah, they fucking had a sword fight. With chairs, yes.
No. When they had a joust, a joust with chairs.
No, I don't know if I've seen that.
No, that's on the takeover. That was in the lead up to the actual sword fight with the chairs. But they both ran at each other while chairs attached to the chairs.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So this dueling stairs just reminded me of that. And I was like, that is really dumb. But I found that funny.
So the dueling stairs, in no likelihood this could ever happen to anybody ever, when both men decide to grab stairs and go run headfirst into each other. And Drew goes, I'm going to dive over this fence. I'm going to be unconscious over in the barricade. Oh, I believe this is leading to some type of random stairs, a last man standing match between them of some kind. But I didn't hate it. I felt like they had to find a way out of this match because they were killing each other. And
if you see the pictures of their backs, it looks terrible. I think Drew got the worst end of it. It's just Sheamus is really white, so it showed up a bit more on Sheamus.
Yeah. Sheamus, I feel like Sheamus can lay a harder ass whooping than Drew. With all of Drew's muscles and poor hairline and all his puffing and puffing, I feel like he's a nice guy. And Sheamus is probably a nice guy too, but he'll whoop that ass.
So AJ's in the back said Randy's already has voices in his head, and now Alexa is tearing him down bit by bit, and now he's got to deal with voodoo magic on him. So Randy
almost joke about some bullshit. This is some bullshit, right? This is some bullshit.
And then Randy challenges him to a match, and then later we learn that people in the back are actually afraid for Randy's well-being, which is Randy is surprised that he has friends in the back.
What, Manny? I think we need to start doing a temperature check already, Orton, or at least give him a blood test. Or
well, that ain't COVID. That's something completely different.
He has worse. Okay, he's starting a zombie apocalypse or something. You get this motherfucker out of here. Quarantine his ass. He shouldn't be at work. He's clearly sick.
So then we get Xavier Woods versus Shelton Benjamin. Woods wins with a quick roll up. I didn't like this match. I thought.
No, I didn't want anything to do with this. Tag match announced for next week.
Yeah, so they get, and then there's also a US title match for next week as well between Riddle and Mustafa Ali. But Riddle faced off against Slapjack, but he was interviewed in the back and he was more concerned about his scooter than Retribution.
Yeah, and Slapjack.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
thought this was actually a decent little match. Like, it was quick,
It was.
but like, very good quick work of Slapjack. But like, Slapjack held his own.
Yep. Shane Thorne, man. One day he's not gonna be Slapjack, Manny, and we're gonna look back at these days. It was like, remember his Slapjack years?
Yeah, but then we'll be like, oh, it's Shane Thorne.
Remember, he used to be Slapjack. That was the high point. Slapjack is all elite. They gotta hype him up too.
So we've already covered the Regal with the 2 game-changing announcements on Wednesday. So Lana and Naomi versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler with Reginald.
Oh,
It happened, I guess. This match.
when do you think the switch happened? When they were like, nope, not Sasha. Nope, not Carella. Give him Nia Jax.
I feel like they looked at SmackDown and was like, these Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair need to be having a serious feud, not this bullshit with the sommelier. Because at some point you have to fit Carmella into that because the sommelier is all over that. So there was like too much linked into that. That is like, let's get rid of him.
Give him Nia Jax. She knows how to get rid of talent quick.
Yeah, and then Charlotte basically telling Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke to stay in their lane.
I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, what? So that interview, we would like title matches too. We are inspired to go to WrestleMania and fight for a title match, and I go, bitches be gone, please. And with no respect, man, pure disrespect. I was looking at that, going like, what have y'all done? What have y'all done? Y'all have done nothing. Y'all couldn't even handle the mid-level women on this card. Get out of here.
Well, this is the important part. So Charlotte actually said, "You have 5 weeks. Show me what you've got. I hope your bite is louder than your bark." And then on Raw Talk, Peyton Royce is talking about giving herself a chance.
I didn't hear her, but I heard this.
I wasn't even convinced. I watched it. I was like, "You don't even look like you're convinced."
So what you're saying is that she's a perfect match with Shawn Spears, and there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
Well, even her mum commented on Charlotte's post. Ooh. I think on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, leave it alone."
I feel like we got way too much Charlotte Flair on the show, and I think she was only in one segment, but they were advertising her on Steve Austin's show. The entire thing. And I was like, oh, there goes Charlotte again. I think we're getting way too much of this.
And then we get the main event, which is Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. In a decent main event, Randy Orton loses as Alexa Bliss does more voodoo, and then Raw goes off the air with Alexa laughing at Randy.
They blew up the ring, Manny. They blew up the ring.
She didn't blow up the ring. She just I feel like that she fired warning shots to let Randy know she was there.
Did you know I could blow up that ring anytime, Randy? You know that, right? This ain't no bullshit. This ain't no revolution. Okay? I give it to you raw. And Randy goes, huh? And I go, no, I'm talking about blowing up the ring.
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
Oh, baby, I like it raw. That's where the storyline needs to go. I don't know where this is going at all, but I feel like we need to get to the next step of this.
Well, you would have thought. Yeah, you would have thought we'd have got there by now.
Yeah, Fiend is still burning.
Oh man, that match.
I like to think that they're gonna debut the Fiend, but they're like, it still smells like smoke. Can't let you in the building. Like the smoke detector's gonna go off. Right?
Just let me in. Just let me in.
Let me in. Let me in.
So that was the end of Raw. It wasn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be.
It just seemed like there was a lot of junk in the middle. When you say it fast, like you just described it, it seemed like it was a solid show. But a lot of that shit dragged. Yeah, a lot of shit dragged.
Yeah.
It just dragged. Like, I don't know. It was I didn't need Lana, Nia Jax, and Naomi in that match. I didn't need that. I didn't need Shane McMahon and Braun. That seemed like that went on for hours and years. I feel like I lost years of my life
segments.
watching
That was the problem. It was multiple segments.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, there is a good show in Raw. Like, Drew and Sheamus delivered. The beginning of Miz and Lashley delivered. That main event with Orton and Styles was good. And I even like the theatrics of him coughing up blood, and AJ still like, you know what?
Fuck you.
He's still gonna win on this. I don't care if he's dying of Luke Gehrig's disease, and I know that's not how Luke Gehrig's disease works, but I feel like he had it. Randy Orton disease. Shit.
So that is the actual end of the show. Yeah. So obviously like the video, subscribe if you haven't. I was thinking to do picture in picture, but then I wasted my opportunity today.
No, picture. We should just say picture in picture for Wednesday, because that's when it's actually used, or for the Thursday show.
Marcus, what is that?
I don't know. Oh